It's my pleasure to introduce Blaise Bayuo. He's the founder of Sesacash. Now, Sesacash is a micro payment platform, and Blaise is based in Ghana. Now, Sesacash is a multi-currency app that allows customers access to different currencies for payments across Africa. Welcome, Blaise. We are very excited to have you here, and we look forward to hearing about Sesacash.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Hello, everybody, and good evening to you all. I bring you warm regards from Accra, Ghana. So this evening, I'm going to do a presentation on how blockchain can power cross-border payment systems for Africa, decentralizing the process and making it easy for the everyday person to be able to send and receive payments and spend and also manage their money in a better way than the current systems. I'm the co-founder of Sesacash and also the CEO. And Sesacash has been in existence for the past 2 years. We were on the BitShares blockchain, supporting Steam, BitShares, Wheelshares, and and Bitcoin as well. 7 months ago, we made a decision to migrate our platform to Telos. We finally launched on the Telos blockchain. That was in November, and the growth have been phenomenal for us. So current payment systems in Africa, I would say, are very nascent for cross-border payments. Most of them are still cash-based. About 50 to 60% of payments are still done via cash. And also their exclusionary and expensive banking infrastructure continue to make sure that a lot of people are excluded and lack access to financial services. There's a talk of mobile money taking over Africa, and everybody seems to say mobile money will bring about financial inclusion. However, within the continent, there's less interoperability in all these mobile money networks. So, for instance, MTN in Ghana cannot send payments to, or cannot enable people in Ghana to spend and manage their money and make payments to other businesses in Nigeria, for instance. That has been a problem. And so you still find people sending cash across borders to pay for goods and services. On top of that, are the high transaction fees that are charged, and banks charge a lot to exchange forex for individuals who want to, for instance, change Ghana cedi to Naira or to South African Rand to make payments. And lastly is the strict regulations that fintechs have to face. One is the minimum capital requirements, and that has been a big problem for most fintechs in Africa. And the fact is that you have to meet stringent regulations before you will be able to provide financial services. All these systems have consequences, and everyday person is the most affected. SMEs, for instance, who are the lower tier of the business strata, are unable to pay the high fees to source forex within Africa to make payments. And so the small boutique firm that has to pay for goods and services coming from our neighboring countries, say Togo, where fabrics are produced the most, is unable to source the CFA, which is a francophone currency, to pay for goods. The cost is very high, and all these things affect their bottom line in the long run. The banking infrastructure also then force them to open several currency accounts. So it is not uncommon to find somebody with a USD account, with a Ghana cedi account, with a Naira account, all at the same bank or with different banks, simply because they want to be able to make payments across border in a seamless way. And in the process, businesses lose value. They lose money in the process because the currency also depreciates. So it is possible you can exchange Ghana cedi to Naira for Nigerian transactions, and within the next 2 days, you lose the value of the currency. So this also remains like a big problem to businesses and individuals who want to do cross-border payments within Africa. The use of digital currency is still like a gray area in Africa, and the policy is not clear for cross-border payments. And so fiat still remains the dominant mode, but in the grayness of the policy framework also offers opportunity for fintechs to disrupt the space and be ahead of the regulators. And so those are some of the areas the team at Sesacash are looking at. What is the current ecosystem like? So you have the banks and the telcos dominating the space. And so most of the fintechs do not have stronger connections with the banks or telcos. What we have to do is that we go through payment aggregators. So we cannot access the infrastructure of a bank or a telco to perform transactions if you wanted to send payments across borders or to help individuals access all these different currencies. And so the payment aggregators become, like in quotes, the monsters who make it difficult for us to go through this process. And so at the level of abstraction, fintechs are still struggling and are not able to decentralize or make it easy for everybody to have financial services and to spend and manage their money seamlessly. How can blockchain solve this? We think that the role of blockchain networks, especially Telos, with its decentralized nature and also the zero transaction within network can power this process. So we are looking at a new architecture where Telos will power the infrastructure of banks and telcos. And so we would also have the use of cryptocurrency and stable coins. And dApps then easily can connect to all this infrastructure through a single point access, which is the Telos blockchain network. And so we would then see a case where we are using stable coins, cryptocurrency to pay for goods and services amongst ourselves, removing all the difficult systems that are currently in place. And so this is the future that we think the industry is moving towards. And so Sesacash is placing itself within this arena to be able to provide services as the industry matures towards the use of blockchain for building systems. Now, we move on to Sesacash. Sesacash, in simple terms, then is a multi-currency currency wallet that we have built to make it easy for individuals and businesses in Africa to then access different currencies within the continent in a stable that are then used to pay for goods and services in less than 5 minutes, or let's say within 1 minute. You are able to access different forex, make payments, other than having to wait 1 or 2 days and paying high fees to be able to do so. And businesses are able to do so using digital currency, which is what we encourage most. But then they can also do that using traditional currencies within a continent. And our mission generally is to bring about freedom to how people can use different currencies and pay for goods and service, or to move towards a single point where paying for goods and services between individuals and businesses across Africa should not be a headache. It should be a seamless process. And so we are doing this by building a borderless wallet, which I just explained, and individuals have the power to do so. Top-up process is also very simple. We support mobile money, debit card, and also bank transfer, as well as crypto. So here, regulations are still tough on crypto, and so we are yet to build on a crypto wallet. But the current system, after you top up, you have access to all different currencies, which we are also going to make stable coins within the next 2 or 3 weeks. And so with these currencies at hand, users are able to transfer money or make payments across the continent. For those who want to pay for goods at POS, then we have the Sister Card, which we'll also be launching very soon. And with the Sister Debit Card, they can convert more than 20 different currencies, both within and outside Africa, and spend them seamlessly by buying goods online and also withdrawing money at the ATM. Maybe I should say that within the next 2 months, when we launch the Sister Debit Card and the virtual card, people within the Telos community can load their Telos onto the Sister wallet, get a debit card, and then they can pay for goods and services. So Sesacash would not be limited to users within Africa alone, but anybody globally can top up with Bitcoin, with Telos, or with EOS on Sesacash, pay for goods and services at various POS terminals, and be able to redeem the payments. This is the vision that we are moving towards with Sesacash. So this is an introduction to the Sesacash wallet. As I said, you have access to different currencies when you top up. You can swap all these currencies. We are making them stable currencies. So the USD, the Ghana cedi, and Nigerian naira to see are all stable currencies. And as I said, within the next 2 months, weeks, we should be launching the crypto wallet. And so we're going to support Telos as one of the currencies that you see on the Sesacash wallet. And so that is coming on very soon. So to make payments, users are able to transfer payments from one Sesacash account to the other. And these ones are free on the network. And that's one of the reasons we think that Telos comes in with a stronger value for dApps. And so if you're sending, let's say, 1,000 Ghana cedis or $1,000 to somebody who also has a Sesacash account, that is free within the network. 0 fees, and it's something that our users really love. And once the payment is made, and with the Sister Debit Card, the user then will be able to spend this money seamlessly. And so we are looking at a case where through blockchain, we can go make transactions and be able to circumvent the complex infrastructure that I presented earlier. These are some of the use cases that we are seeing and want to push using Telos blockchain. So top-up methods include major digital currencies, Bitcoin, US. We have Telos as well. We support BitShares, Steam, among others. For top-up also, there's debit card, which supports only Nigeria and Ghana for now. But we're going to go global within the next quarter when we're going to introduce the dollar wallet and allow everybody to be able to top up seamlessly. If you want to deposit money and withdraw as well, users are able to do that to mobile money wallets. In Ghana, we support MTN, Vodafone, and Airtel. But outside Ghana, in Nigeria, users withdraw or deposit to all the major banks in Nigeria. But in the long run, what we're also looking at is to go outside the banking infrastructure and make it a P2P money payment system in what we call the Sesacash trustee model. So we are going to avoid the banking infrastructure and allow individuals to make all these payments amongst themselves in different forms, such as crypto and other payment methods. All these are ways we're exploring to make the process seamless and also take it outside the complex system by reducing the cost in the process. Last is then the Sister debit card. This is something we are also excited about and making it easy for crypto holders within Africa to load their crypto or spend from their crypto wallet by loading the money onto the debit card. They have the control to decide how much they want to load onto the card and how they want to spend it. And so at ATMs, they can withdraw from their Bitcoin wallet straight away and have cash if they want. They can also pay for goods at the coffee shop using a Sesa card, which we're going to introduce. And this is going to run on the network and support all major cryptocurrencies. And so we are looking forward to it. And when we launch it, we hope the community will adopt and use it. Supporting this, and that's where we built our smart contract. We have a utility token, which is Yent. And so this is designed to give cashback and rewards to our users for every transaction they do on the network. And this is one of the areas we think differentiates Sesacash from most of the apps within the continent. So we are creating a community and creating a cooperative around Sesacash. So everybody who uses Sesacash owns it. For instance, when we launch the Sesa card, anybody who uses the Sesa card at the point of sale will get a cashback in crypto. So whatever currency you spend, you get a cashback in Yen, and you can convert to different currencies, all within the Sesacash ecosystem. This is something that we have seen that our users also love, and they are promoting Sesacash because of this. For instance, the referral system has been good for us, actually, because referees, when you make a referral, then they're able to get 30% of all future transactions of the referral you brought in. And this is something that has been good and supportive of the ecosystem. Other areas include exchange fees, withdrawal, top-up, debit card, and also at ATMs. The bottom line is that every transaction that is undertaken within the Sesacash network attracts a cashback, which we think is also like something very great for our users. Some of the changing trends we think are also important is that, like the internet, blockchain is faster and becoming more secure in transfer and payment systems. And banks gradually are warming up to the idea, and it's something that we're also pushing so hard here in Ghana to make sure all the financial institutions, investment banks adopt blockchain technologies, or at least welcome the idea of blockchain dApps. Digital currencies and blockchain systems will become mainstream in multi-currency systems. And so we believe that accessing different currencies shouldn't be expensive as it is in Africa. And I guess it's most other places when you want to buy or exchange one currency to the other. And blockchain will become important into Africa's economy. And we think this is an area that most blockchains or Telos can focus on and help build this growth process. And lastly, we can provide, like blockchain and Telos blockchain for that matter, can provide a financial system that can bring about financial inclusion and bring the underbanked and the unbanked all within Africa to access financial services in a decentralized way, other than the current systems that are, excluding them and making them still lag behind in access to financial services. That is the end of the Sesacash presentation. If there's any contribution, you can send it to Blaise at Sesacash or hi@sesacash.com. You can also read more on our website at sesacash.com. Thank you.
Thank you, Blaise. That was an excellent presentation. Tell us about yourself, Blaise. What were you doing before Sesacash? I didn't know that Sesacash been around for 2 years, so it's a project that's quite mature, I would say, right?
Yes, it was for the past 2 years. It was called Yansesa actually, and then we rebranded and changed the name from Yansesa to Sesacash. So that was one of the key things with it. But before Sesacash, I was the co-founder of an e-commerce startup here in Ghana. But it was a global e-commerce startup on the Shopify app store. So the app helped online merchants to list their products from their online store onto Google product search, Amazon, eBay, and the likes. So the app was a data feed service that would pull products from the online store and then list it on different marketing channels for the online merchant. It was acquired in 2018, and then as part of the process after that, I moved on to blockchain and then Sesacash fully.
Excellent. Now, the Sesacash app is available for both iPhone and Android, or?
So right now the Sesacash app is web only, but then as part of our KPIs, we will be launching the mobile app also in the next quarter or two. It's something that we are working seriously at.
Perfect.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much, Blaise, and we are very, very grateful that you took the time to be part of this event.
Yes, and I also appreciate the opportunity to share Sesacash with everybody, and thank you very much.
Thank you.